Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy Super GX in the building, and you know how we feeling. Today we are feeling my first place Phantom Knight deck profile. That's right, your boy took his new and improved list to locals last week and scooped everybody up. Oh my god, like this deck performed very well. But yeah, I just wanted to bring out the profile, the first place profile. It's been a while since I just straight up destroyed everybody, but it was a good night. My matchups were round one Drytron, round two Adamantipator, round three Despia, and then round four I played up against Infernoid. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get into the list. Obviously, I've explained this list a ton of times. It's a good deck, but it has fallen out of the format. I'm still gonna continue to play it until the Brave stuff gets banned. But yeah, let's just skip right into it. Obviously, triple torn scales. I'm just gonna like go through these because I've explained them enough. If you watch my videos, you know like what they do. 3 boots, 2 cloak, 1 gloves, and I don't play the Sangreaves anymore. I think you just don't need it. At first I thought you did, and then I took this list and it just never really came up, because even when you open up the boots, you can still combo through it by just making a different play line. But yeah, this is the standard ratio minus the Greaves, and yeah, it's pretty insane, honestly. Like the way that this deck like functions and the way that this deck combos is just, I've always been a fan of it. I will try out the Tri-Brigade branded deck, because I do like the combos of that deck as well. So yeah, stay tuned. There's gonna be a lot of stuff coming. For the Brave stuff, the 1 Water and the 1 Griffin Rider. So this stuff is pretty standard. Obviously it came in clutch. Like you just have your free Omni Negate and you could just Scythe Lock people pretty easily. I think every time I Scythe Locked somebody, it went through, which was pretty strong. So yeah, it's just the Brave stuff. It's self-explanatory at this point. So many people know what it does. For the extenders, I play 1 Terror Top, the 1 Takatomborg, the 1 Wielder, the 1 Tracker, the Jackalope, and the Tsuchinoko, the 1 Junk Forward, and the 1 Edgemp Sabers. I was thinking about cutting out Edgemp Sabers, but you really just kind of need it. In some instances, you won't have you'll have everything on field, but you won't have a dark monster to send. So sending off a dark monster for the extra is just really nice. And then you'll also have instances where the dangers come up to get you draw power. I'm never cutting out the dangers. In my last locals that I played in that I got 3rd in, I activated Tsuchinoko. Tsuchinoko drew into Scythe, and I was able to manually Scythe Lock him with Fusion Destiny in my hand. So definitely a card you need. A lot of people are cutting the psychic monsters and just adding in ogres. I feel like ogres kind of falling out of the format. So I feel like putting these back in just to have that extra extender is definitely the move. And then the Speedroids, a lot of people don't play them, but Takatomborg, you know, Griffin Rider's a win, so you can use it, and then Terratop just makes it to where it's a 1-card starter. So yeah, pretty good lineup. You just want to have enough extenders to actually guarantee playing the game without having to search for the Water instead of the Griffin just to get another level 3 on the board. But yeah, moving on to like the bricks, I guess, per se. The 1 Celestial, the 1 Dasher, and then the 1 Artifact Scythe. Obviously I'm gonna continue playing this build. Like the Fusion Destiny package is just absolutely insane. Scythe being able to lock out your opponent's extra deck and pretty much FTK. It's gonna be a bit weaker with Despia Branded running around because they can play on your turn. But we'll have to see how the meta shapes out. But yeah, like in every match, against Despia Branded, my deck just completely destroyed it. I don't know like what was going on, but I was on a roll. Like in all of my matches, going undefeated was just crazy. For the going second cards, I'm playing the 3 Gamma and the 1 Driver. Oh my god, I think that this is probably my most favorite card in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Honestly, like this card's insane. It is one of the most impactful hand traps in the game right now, allowing you to not only negate your opponent's monster, but also get rid of it on top of that. Like it's crazy. So basically, Gamma, you can block your, like, most people will Ash your Water Enchantress, so you can just Gamma their Ash and then keep playing, and you get 2 bodies on the board. That's insane. Like, this card is absolutely nutty. Definitely one of the most impactful hand traps in the game. Like, I freaking love this card. But moving on, I've got Speak of the Devil, 2 Ash, 2 Nib, and then along with the 3 Droplet. I feel like obviously Ash is Ash. It's always gonna be in the format. It's a bit weak, but it can still stop, you know, different decks, so and so forth. 2 Nib, this is kind of going out of the format considering with Despia Branded not summoning more than 5 times. So it's like you might have to move these to the side, but we'll see, we'll see. Droplet's kind of weak in the format as well, but I think it is still kind of a mainstay, honestly. You need a way to break boards because not every deck is going to be on Despia. And that's kind of how I feel about Nib as well. A lot of the other decks summon more than 5 times in the meta. So yeah, you just want to keep that in mind. Like Droplet and Nib, they still hit other decks as well, even though they don't hit Despia. But yeah, like I said before, we will have to see how the format pans out to see really what going second cards to play and which ones to take out. For the Brave spells, the 1 Right, the 1 Fateful Adventure, and then the 1 Dracoback, the Rideable Dragon. These cards are insane. Dracoback being able to spin back. But yeah, like I just like, speaking of this, I also play like the Brave stuff in my Tri-Brigade list. Can't wait to show you guys that because it's gonna be, I'm definitely gonna show you guys that list soon. It's definitely gonna be a banger of a list. But yeah, basically the Fateful also searches like the Fateful gets you your Omni Negate, and then your Right gets you your Fateful, and then Fateful also gets you your Dracoback. So yeah, just absolutely crazy combo. There, like getting you your Omni Negate, making sure you don't get Nib, so on and so forth. But with Nib sort of rolling out of the format, you can kind of almost play through it without that stuff, which is absolutely insane. For the spell extenders, I'm playing the 3 E-Telly, the 1 Instant Fusion, and the 1 Ready Fusion. Yes, so I put back the Instant Fusion Ready Fusion package in my deck, and it worked wonders last week, allowing me to special summon another extender and have it be a dark. It's just kind of insane. I didn't even care about the pay 1,000 life points because I was just killing you on the next turn anyways, and you weren't gonna be able to summon out of the extra deck. It was just crazy. The only time it came up was in round 4 in game 2 versus well, actually it was game 1. It was game 1 versus Infernoid, and he OTK'd me through, I only had 5,000 life points because I activated Verte Anaconda, and I activated the Ready Fusion. So yeah, that came up. For the other spells, Fusion Destiny, best fusion spell in the game, gets you DP. Obviously, I'm still going to play this. Allows me to Scythe Lock my opponent. And then the one of Rhoda, searches you any level 4 or lower warrior in the game. Absolutely nuts card. Can we just get it to 2? It probably will never happen, but it would be nice. And then for the traps, I'm still repping the 3 Fog Blade and then the 1 Shade Brigadine. Obviously, you gotta play these cards. I don't play the Wings of the Swords, obviously. I feel like it's just an extra brick, and you can combo without those. So these are just the nice ratios that you can have. That's it for the main deck. For the extra deck, gonna show this off. That is not the extra deck, that's the side. Okay, this is the extra deck. So obviously I have this field spell. Shout out to Aurora. She like does different creations, like Aurora Creations, makes field spinners and stuff. Got that at a regional that I was at recently. But anyways, for the link monsters, 1 access code. Just gonna skim through these because it's very standard. 1 Rusty, 1 Unicorn, 1 Cherubini, 1 Verte Anaconda, 1 Artifact Dagda, 1 Dark the Dark Charmer Gloomy, and then the 1 Link Spider. So basically, this is all standard. Wouldn't trade this lineup for the world. You all know what this does. So yeah, a lot of it's standard. A lot of it just like doesn't need to be explained. For the Xyz monsters, 1 Zeus, 1 Raiders Knight, double Break Sword, 1 and then the 1 Leviair. So the Raiders Knight definitely needs to be explained. It's not standard, but sometimes you'll be in a grind game where you'll need to summon a level 4, like a rank 4, and you'll have Break Sword used. So this did come up once last night where I got to double pop somebody. So Raiders Knight's definitely important in that scenario. Obviously, you know what all these cards do. Zeus go burr, the Break Swords pop, and then the Leviair brings stuff back. And then for your 2 fusion monsters, the 1 Phoenix and then the 1 Flame Ghost. I think the cool thing about Verte is you can also send the instant fusion of the ready fusion to summon out the Flame Ghost, which is absolutely cracked. But basically, these are your two fusions. Phoenix Enforcer is absolutely cracked, allowing you to Scythe Lock your opponent and even double Scythe Lock them as well. And then the Flame Ghost, just a level 3 dark, makes it to where you have more extenders. But yeah, absolutely crazy. And then for the side, I have like the tokens for the Brave stuff, so on and so forth. So starting off, I've got the 2 Lancia, the 2 Bell, 2 Token Collector, 2 Ogre, 2 Ruler, sorry about that, 2 Twin, 1 Duster, and then the 2 D-Barrier. So I can tell you right now which cards did not come up and need to be cut from the side. I'm definitely gonna end up cutting the Ogres. They did not do anything for me. But yeah, we'll see where we go from here. But the Ogres are definitely gonna be cut from the side. The Bells, I definitely felt like I wanted to side them in, but they just never came up to the point where I never saw them. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to cut out the Ogres and put in a 3rd Bell and then something else. But we'll see. Lancias, I sided them in, never saw them. D-Barriers, I saw them against Adamantipator, and it stopped him from killing me because he couldn't go into a Synchro Monster, so that may be able to steal the game. I never saw the back row removal. I could have sided in against Infernoid, but I was stupid and I didn't. I still won that match, so it's not like it matters, but still just something to remember in the future. But yeah, that's gonna do it for the deck profile. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.